Well, it's Friday again. Tourney's still going on. Baseball's officially underway. And Caitlin Clark got offered $5 million to play in the Big Three League. Also, you know how we do. We do our sports, and then we do something else. I kind of want to talk about a trailer that got released for a certain show that I kind of have some feelings about. But you know how we do it, so let's get it. All right. Tourney's still happening, which is nice. Tourney's been looking fun. It's been had some exciting games. We had some upsets and things. Both of the men and the women Huskies are kind of chilling right now. The men seem pretty dominant at the moment. The women play tomorrow, so hoping they get the job done. But I kind of want to touch on first is a little baseball. Well, we're gonna go baseball. It was nice to see the Yankees pull out a nice dub, a nice comeback against the Astros yesterday. Soto with that really crazy throw to the home plate, get the final. Oh well, it's not the final out; it was the second out of the ninth inning, which stopped the tying run at the time. Um, but yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just happy to see baseball back. Like I said before, I've been a big baseball fan ever since I was like younger. It's always been one of my favorite sports to watch. Um, the Yankees, I have high hopes for us. I mean, with all the additions we made and everything, I don't think we should have a problem scoring runs. That was my when I was sitting there and we were down. The Astros scored like 4 runs in the first or second inning. It was really early. And I'm sitting there like, man, like we really about to do this on opening day. And then when we rallied, came back and won the game 5-4. Um, I'm like, okay, it's one game. We know how long baseball seasons are. If anybody doesn't know, baseball seasons are 162 games. It's a lot of games. And that's a lot of time. It's the end of March, and usually the regular season goes through September, I believe. So we got a long way to go. But let's just say we're 1-0, and I can at least be happy about that. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to touch on my Yankees a little bit. I kind of wish I could have some of the other scores a little. I saw the Diamondbacks scored about like 15, 16 runs or something nuts like that. Baltimore won 11-3. Like it was a solid day, solid first day. But yeah, I also want to talk about Caitlin Clark. She got offered $5 million to play in the Big Three League. Um, do I think it? Do I think? First of all, it's nuts. Let's be honest. Um, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Kayla Clark's a beast. She's a baller. Don't get me wrong, and I respect her. And she's gonna come to the league. She's gonna do her thing. Um, not won't be surprised by anything she does. Um, but $5 million is kind of nutty, especially that she's technically still in college. She said she didn't know about it, and she found out when we found out. Like when the world found out, that's what she found out. Do I think she should do it? Usually it's during the summer, I believe, when the WNBA is happening. I don't think she will. Um, but it's hard to turn out 5 mil. It's hard to turn out 5 mil because I believe the average player at a WNBA salary isn't making a mil, maybe. That's a maybe. And she's a star player. She's gonna be on a rookie contract. Um, but man, I that's one. That's a weird one. I believe the Big Three goes on during the summer. So, depending on what time it goes on, I feel like if it's going on during like the winter or like early January, I don't see like early in the year. I don't see where it would be a bad deal for her. But yeah, if she got the good time to get she got the chance to get the bag, get your money. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never knocking nobody trying to get their money. But yeah, that's kind of honestly, I've kind of had this topic on my mind since yesterday when I was streaming. We're gonna take a break. That's pretty much all about sports talk. I don't really got much else. The Heat aren't playing that well, so it's like I haven't really been watching too much NBA. Uh, so and they, like I said, the Heat haven't been playing the best, so we've kind of been back and forth. We were on like a losing streak recently. Let me see, but yeah, like it's I don't know. The NBA season's just been kind of weird. Yeah, I just haven't been feeling it. Um, we are in seventh place, which is cool. Like, we'll obviously want to get sixth place so we don't have to play that play in. But nonetheless, it's coming down to the wire. NBA season's coming down to the wire. I think it's only like, I don't know, maybe like a week or two left probably in the season. But nonetheless, when the playoffs, I believe, start kicking up, we get some matchups and all that stuff. Maybe I'm definitely gonna be watching more. I'm definitely gonna be watching more. They're, like I said, the NCAA tournaments start by the time what? Well, today the men's Elite Eight will be set, and then tomorrow the women's Elite Eight will be set. Then we'll be talking about Final Four and all this stuff like that. So, nonetheless, I think that's it from a sports talk. I kind of have a topic about a certain trailer that got dropped, I believe, yesterday, and I had opinions. I had opinions. So, we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna talk about that when we come back. All right, we back, man. We back. There's a trailer that dropped. I didn't even know this was happening until yesterday. But they are remaking the show Good Times. And they made it into like a cartoon style thing, and they're putting it on Netflix. It's got a really solid cast. Yvette Nicole Brown, JB Smooth, I believe Jerry Farrell's in there. I think I saw like Wanda Sykes, the little girl from the other little girl from I think Blackish. Um, but man, I watched that trailer, and I have I watched the Boondocks, I watch Family Guy, I watch The Simpsons. I've watched all the like kind of vulgar shows, I guess you could say, or just like outlandish, or just like kind of just real shows. I've watched those at least. I won't say all, but I've watched those. Excuse my wording. But I saw that trailer and I was just like, something ain't right about this. And I'm a person who like I love all people. I'm not like, and I love being black. I am black, by the way. If anybody doesn't know. But that was kind of dumb to say. But you get what I'm saying. But and I've always I love the fact that I'm a black woman. I love that shit. Doesn't bother me one bit. And like I said, I could take jokes. I don't mind. But man, that show had was filled with so many stereotypes. And the fact that Seth MacFarlane had something to do with this, kind of. And as much as I love Family Guy, and I watched the Cleveland show here and there, it just made me feel weird, and I was I felt a little uncomfortable. Steph Curry's always also a part of this, and I forgot his name, Norman Lear, I believe his name is. Um, I think he was the original like producer of the original Good Times or something like that. He has passed away since. But I watched that trailer and I was like, what the what? And like I said, and people have been there's a lot of like, and I love to see that there's a lot of black people who are just like, no, I'm not spending my time watching this shit. For me, I think some of us are gonna watch it just to, or at least like a first episode or two, just to see, just to see, just to see what's popping. Like I think we all go see like, what the hell is this? I probably personally don't have Netflix, so I'm not gonna probably be watching it. But man, it made me feel a little uncomfortable. Um, just all the stereotypes and the fact that there's a lot of people in the cast that I like. A lot of people in that like Yvette Nicole Brown. I like her. She's cool. JB Smooth's he's funny. Jay Farrell's, I love his impressions. Um, and it just sucks that they were just like cool with this, and it it kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And like I said, I usually don't care about like things sometimes, but I don't know. That trailer didn't sit right with me. It didn't sit right with me at all. And I like posted on my Twitter saying how people should stop remaking things. Leave the shows what they were. The whole premise of it is supposed to be, I believe they're supposed to be like the father of the family is supposed to be like the main character of the original Good Times, like grandson or something. So he's like, you know, try to carry on the legacy or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just like, I just it just feels off. Like some things, just leave them alone. I feel like now people are just remaking things, trying to bring things back, and it's like, bro, let things just stay classics. Um, there are a few times things are done well. Like if you think about, um, like I enjoyed like the Ravens. That's a Ravens reboot. Was pretty okay. It was pretty solid. Like Raven still has her comedy chops. Annalise Vanderpool still has her comedy chops, and the kids were actually funny. I don't know if that show's still going on. It might be, but that one was done at least pretty all right. It wasn't disrespectful to the original. The original is a classic. Whatever. Um, but you think of something like Fuller House. Like I watched like 2 episodes of that, and I was like, "Ill. I don't know. I don't like this. This feels weird." um, I haven't. What I haven't watched is the new Good Burger movie, the later one, the latest one that came out like a month or two ago. I haven't watched that yet. But it's like sometimes it's like just I would rather. I think another reason why people are upset at this trailer is because of the fact that it has the Good Times name on it. If this was just a show that we were just kind of like, I wouldn't say that it would make it better. I still see a lot of stereotypes and stuff, and it makes me just a little bit uncomfortable. Um, but if this was just a show that had a different name, had nothing tied to the Good Times original show, I think people would have been at least like, all right, whatever. Like, I don't think I personally still probably wouldn't have watched it, but like, it's still like the fact that it has the Good Times name on it, and it's one of the classic Black family shows. Like we for me, I'm born in '89. I wasn't obviously around when the show was like on, but I watched things obviously like, Fresh Prince and The Cosby Show and Martin and all the like really good family shows, Family Matters, like, and this just feels disrespectful. And I know people always talk about reboots because I remember they were at one point they were talking about a Martin reboot, and I'm just like, just leave it be. Leave it be. If y'all didn't know, from Martin, Tommy passed away like what, like a couple years back. So it would be off. It'd be a little weird without him there. First of all. Um, but stop, like I don't want to see remakes or like updated versions of old classics. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just let them be. It's okay. It's okay. If we could just let things be. I would rather for people come up with new ideas. If it flops, it flops. I feel like they put the Good Times tag on it just to like, get the attention. Because if this show was a trailer that released and didn't really have the Good Times name on it, I don't think it would have even got as much buzz as it did. Um, but I'm saying, but with that cast, um, it's a solid cast too, and I hate that. Excuse me. It's like a really solid cast, and I hate that they just pretty much just like ruined that. This could have been done so much better if you're gonna do it, which I think you should just leave them alone. Um, leave like classic shows alone and just let them be and make new stuff and um as much as I feel that way, like I feel like you should have just left it be. This could have been done so much better if we had some. Because I heard that I believe the producer or one of the writers that were on the Boondocks was originally a part of this, and he backed out due to creative differences. You know how they be. You know how that word is. Um, but I can see why he backed out. And people were like, "Oh, we don't want people saying the N word all over." Like, I seen some comments on a couple posts of the trailer, and it was just like people saying the N word on a cartoon, and I'm like, "Have you not watched the Boondocks?" The Boondocks did it so well because yeah, Riley would be cussing his butt off, saying whatever he wanted to say, and I think Riley was supposed to be like 7, like he wasn't even like he was saying very crazy outlandish stuff. But then you had Huey, who was more of the quote unquote woke one, and he would kind of balance it out, so it wasn't distasteful. Um, and the fact that first of all, shout out to Regina King for playing both of their voices, which is kind of nuts. It's still one of my favorite shows of all time. The Boondocks. I could watch the Boondocks now and laugh like I'd never seen it before. Um, but it was done fairly. I thought it was done tastefully. First few seasons of the Boondocks, we already know. Like the first 2 seasons were great. That last season wasn't the best, and I feel like too, there are a lot of things that wouldn't be able to fly in today's world, and something like the Boondocks, like as much as people have been like, oh, let's reboot the Boondocks. I'm like, to be honest, I'd rather just not personally. That's just a personal opinion. Because I don't mind just going back and watch the old episodes and just laugh my ass off. I don't mind going back and watching, you know, going back and watching the reruns of different shows and be fine and be completely fine. We don't need to reboot and remake everything. Like maybe make a part 2. Like look at Bad Boys. Bad Boys just released another trailer. They're doing Martin and Will is doing another Bad Boys movie. It's the fifth one, which is kind of nuts to say. And it's like, okay, they're just adding parts. They're not like trying to remake it. They're not like, and I feel like I love the fact that they're just doing it. They're not having like, their kids or anything. Hey, listen, as much as I'm like, damn, could y'all just stop doing them? I'd rather see Will and Martin at age 50, 60 doing them than seeing some weird spin-off or some weird, like, just not the same vibe. I don't think you could have. I'm hoping this is the last one. The trailer looked good actually. It looked really. It was funny. I think Martin and Will, they just got good chemistry and they're both funny as hell. So it's not, they probably two of our best comedy actors or just actors in general, and probably had two of the probably best shows of the '90s. Two of probably like I'll say top 5, top 10 best shows of the '90s easily. um, but but it's like at least they're just adding parts to that. And as much as I feel like they should stop, something like Fast and the Furious, this is another series which I enjoy. I love Fast and the Furious. I probably haven't watched like the last one. I don't think I've seen, but that's another series I feel like should stop. There's a lot of things that have been going on so long. Let's talk about that for a second. I hate to kind of like skip over things, but I've been like, there are movie series and shows that have been going on forever, and I think that and like I was happy to see, as much as I love The Walking Dead, I was happy to see that end. They're doing a bunch of spinoffs now, which is fine. Um, I've been watching the Rick Michonne. I've been watching every episode. It's only going to be 6. Daryl has his show. Carol and Negan have theirs, which I still need to watch. I watched like one episode, just haven't gone back to it. But I'm happy they ended. A show that I feel like that really needs to end, Grey's Anatomy. Listen, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy for a bit now. Probably since season like 5, 4. It is the weirdest way I stumbled upon that show. Is actually hilarious. I was on YouTube one day watching somebody play the Wii Grey's Anatomy game. It's terrible. Don't get me wrong. None of the original actors play any of their voices in the game. You could 100% tell. But I saw it. I'm like, these storylines are kind of interesting. I was like, are the stories like this on the show? And they were, and they're over the top, and they're crazy. And as much as I love that show, Grey's Anatomy is probably in my top 5 shows of all time. I need that to end. Like they're ending Station 19. This is Station 19's in that last season, which is kind of stupid to me. I feel like it should go on to at least I think that shows Station 19. I feel like it's good to be around for at least 10 seasons. I think this is like the 7th season or 8th season. Good show, great show. Shonda Rhimes did her thing with that, and she did her thing with Grey's Anatomy. Don't get me wrong, I love Grey's Anatomy, but it's like, bruh, it's time. It's time to end it. But it's just back to the original topic about this Good Time show, though. Um, I just don't feel comfortable. It feels weird. It feels off. There's a lot of weird stereotypes in the trailer. They have like a literally like a baby who's like he's like a drug dealer or something. I'm like, bro, come on. Like Seth MacFarlane has done this before. He does this on. You look at Stewie. You look at even the Cleveland show. The black kid there. I forgot what is the whole thing with him. I've only watched a few episodes of that. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that Cleveland is played by a white man. I believe so. If I'm not, I could be wrong, but I think he's played by a white man, which is, huh? Like, I hate to be this person, but that's in a weird way. That's kind of blackface. You feel me? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like I'm like. If that is, I believe that Cleveland from the Cleveland Show and Family Guy is played by a white man. Let's. I'm sitting here at my computer. I might as well go. I'll go check. I'll go check right now. Yes, it's literally a white man named Mike Henry. Yes, and I knew there was something weird about it because I know. So I knew Sanaa Lathan was in the show and all that stuff. So, but man. That's just a little bit of blackface. I'm just saying, it's blackface in a different kind of way, you know. But for me, it's just like, just then the thing I just want to say is like, like I said, I'm proud of who I am. I love being black, and I love who I am and stuff. And like I said, I could take a dark joke. I could take anything. I'm really like usually open to a lot of things. But this just made me feel weird watching this trailer, and I feel like it's just, first of all, it's not even just obviously it's disrespectful. I feel like to black people, but there's also disrespect to the show itself, having that tag on it, the Good Times name on it, and I just don't feel like I don't feel like it was done in good taste. I could be wrong, but man, it just feels wrong. Because I watched the trailer without even looking at any comments before I did it. I was like, I'm going to have my own opinion. I don't care. I'm going to have my own opinion about anything. I don't care if anybody likes it or not. But man, that trailer it rubbed me the wrong way. And I was thinking about it yesterday when I was streaming. I was like, I'm going to save it for my podcast to kind of give my feelings on it. But yeah, man, it's a weird time. And like I said about stuff that wouldn't fly these days, I was literally just watching Joanna Man, which is one of my favorite movies. I love Joanna Man. But there was so much things in that movie that probably wouldn't fly today. Like it just wouldn't. But nonetheless, man, I think that's it for this episode. I think I've ranted enough. Go follow me on my socials. Big Mama Stuff everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter or X, Instagram. TikTok is Big Mama Stuff _. Come follow me on there. The YouTube, we would try to upload to the YouTube constantly. Like I said, I'm at least trying to do these podcasts at least weekly. So I check y'all back here next Friday. But don't forget to come over to the Twitch. I stream Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. That's, I think I've kind of settled on that schedule. There might be an occasional Friday or Saturday stream because I might stream tomorrow because Diablo 4 just got put on Game Pass and I kind of want to play it and I kind of want to stream it. So I may stream tomorrow, which is Saturday. But yeah, I hope everybody has a beautiful weekend. First of all, if you celebrate, happy Easter. Please be safe. Please be safe. Have fun. Enjoy the holiday. But I'm probably gonna be just chilling, probably streaming anyway, knowing me. But yeah, I appreciate everybody who's listening, who's been interacting. Like I said, we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube. I got the podcast on YouTube, so what's up to my YouTube peeps that been listening? I appreciate you. But I love your faces. Stay beautiful. I'll see you in the next one. Remember to drink your water, check on the homie, and remember you're loved. Peace.